Road, 2 lanes, night.
Music blasts from a Ford Mustang as it speeds on a winding, deserted world. Hanging out the passenger window, arms out, with a cold bottle of beer in one hand. Emily Madison screams with laughter. She is a 17-year-old girl, letting her long blonde hair fly through the night air.
Exterior, rickety bridge. Moments later.
The Ford Mustang hits a bump as it flies on by, crossing the bridge. The bump causes Emily to drop her cold beer. The beer bottle falls, hitting the ground with an explosion.
Interior, Ford Mustang, moving, continuous.
Sitting alone in the back seat is a pretty 17-year-old girl, Jessica. She has black hair. She sees through the rear window. Witnessing the dropping of the beer bottle, she turns forward and looks at the young, good-looking 17-year-old driver, Aaron. He changes the radio station and looks over at Emily.
Get that fine ass of yours back in here so I can spank you, you naughty girl.
Jessica watches Emily bounce back in the passenger seat, laughing and flirtatious.
I like being naughty.
I see that. Wasting a perfectly good bottle of beer. You know that's alcohol abuse, right?
Oh, then you better give me another beer, because I'm all about abusing.
Aaron looks down at his lap and then looks over at Emily with a grin. Emily sees that he has a beer between his legs.
Okay, how about you abuse this? You know you want it.
Yeah, but I like my beer cold.
Cold? What's wrong with a little warmth to go along with it? You know you like it hot and sweaty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you need some love to go along with it.
That's what you call it?
Emily laughs at Aaron. Aaron smiles at her as she moves towards him seductively.
Let me help you with that.
Emily takes the beer bottles between Aaron's legs and sits back in the seat with it. She flutters her eyes at him.
You want to clench my thirst, cutie pie?
Who said I was going to quench your thirst, monkey boy?
Emily looks at him, acting as if she is going to take a swig. Then she playfully licks the neck of the bottle and makes her way to the tip. She presses her lips around the tip of the bottle. Then she does an up and down motion with it in her mouth, mimicking a blowjob. Aaron is aroused as he watches her. He reaches for the bottle as Emily pulls it away from him, taking a swig.
I have a better idea what that mouth of yours could be doing.
Oh, yeah?
Jessica rolls her eyes.
Oh, please.
Aaron looks at Emily's neckline with concern. Emily laughs. Aaron's tone changes.
Where's that locket I gave you?
If you want to know where it is, you're going to have to frisk me. Come and get it.
No, seriously, where is it?
Emily pats her chest. Aaron takes his eyes off the road, frantically putting his right hand up Emily's shirt.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Aaron meanders all over the road, feeling around in her shirt. Emily is aroused. Jessica shakes her head and exhales.
Aaron, just keep your eyes on the road.
Emily reaches under her shirt and pulls out a locket. Aaron sees that she is wearing it.
Relax. It's right here, close to my heart.
Aaron sighs with relief.
That's what I like to see, cutie pie. Don't let it happen again. Make it up with me with a kiss.
Emily leans over to kiss Aaron, but is interrupted by a bright pair of headlights. Appearing out of nowhere, Jessica turns to look at the headlights, flooding the rear of the Mustang with light. Her pupils constrict. Uneased, Aaron looks into the driver's mirror. He notices that the headlights are fishtailing behind him. His eyes go wide as the headlights move closer and closer. They all can see that the headlights belong to a 1970s tow truck with a mysterious driver at the wheel.
Okay, pass, why don't you?
Wham! The tow truck rams its front grille straight into the Mustang's rear end bumper, loosening it. They all jerk forward and look back, terrified. The tow truck then rams into them once again. Smack!
What the fuck? What's your problem?
Aaron angrily accelerates, hoping to get away. The tow truck follows, and with a burst of speed, ramming into the rear end of the Mustang with another smack. This causes the rear bumper to fall off. The tow truck swerves quickly to avoid the falling bumper.
Who the fuck are you?
Aaron moves into the left lane, avoiding another hit from behind. The tow truck speeds forward, pulling up to the Mustang. Side by side, they both cruise along the highway, paralleled with each other. Aaron accelerates, and so does the tow truck. Aaron then decelerates, and so does the tow truck. Aaron wants to get back to the right lane, but the mysterious driver is blocking them. Bang! The tow truck sideswipes into the Mustang.
Ah! Oh my god! Are you trying to kill us?
Aaron, stop the car.
In a massive rush of adrenaline, Aaron slams on the brakes, and the Mustang comes to a screeching halt. Not a moment later, all three of them hear an approaching semi-truck, tooting its horn at them. Then the semi-trucks come bearing straight at them. The headlights from the semi-truck shine in their faces, blinding them all. Aaron's eyes quickly adjust as he steps on the accelerator and veers to the left, avoiding a collision. Emily and Jessica scream.
Exterior, mountain road, 2 lanes, continuous.
The speeding semi-truck passes as the Mustang sails over the edge. The Mustang violently tumbles down the ravine, crushing the back end. It finally lands upside down in a deserted campsite.
Interior, Mustang, upside down, moments later.
Surrounded with shattered glass, Jessica is laying unconscious with a bloody nose and her clothes are torn up. Jessica slowly wakes up in a daze and her head is spinning. She sees light through the front windshield, but is startled when she sees Aaron's lifeless body. She crawls forward, weeping as she moves Aaron's torn up body out of her way. She notices that Emily is not there in the passenger seat, but continues forward to get out.
Exterior, campsite, continuous.
Jessica climbs out the passenger side window of the Mustang. She stands there and looks back at the passenger side window.
Emily?
Jessica looks around and then looks up at the road. To her surprise, she sees the tow truck parked and abandoned. The headlights are still on and the driver's door is left open, with the interior light on. Just then, she hears a twig snap in front of her, as if someone is approaching. She fears it might be the mysterious driver, so she makes a mad dash into the forest.
Exterior, forest, night.
Jessica runs, and then she slips and falls down a slope into a creek. She quickly gets back up on her feet, water up to her knees and dripping wet. She wipes away her wet hair from her eyes, slicking it back. Suddenly, out of nowhere, behind her, a mysterious hand grabs her wet hair and violently shoves her face into the water. She struggles with a gurgle. She's about to pass out, and then her head is pulled out of the water. She gasps for air. Her face is then forced once again back into the water. She gurgles again. Her face is pulled back in and out of the water repeatedly.